Swimming gracefully and efficiently is a skill any swimmer can master, and the learning process can be easier than you imagine. In just 4 easy lessons, using the total immersion method, you'll swim butterfly and breaststroke, the short axis strokes, with more ease and grace than you ever thought possible. The key movements that allow you to master these strokes are simple enough to learn in just a few hours of practice. You'll do this by learning a unique set of drills developed at Total Immersion workshops that will help you swim better, faster, more relaxed, more fish-like. Butterfly and breaststroke have a reputation for being difficult, but you can learn more faster by working on both strokes together, rather than learning each separately. The 15 drills presented in this video are so simple that you'll master each with ease. Each small success will lead you naturally to the next step. We'll provide simple, clear cues so you know when you're ready to move on. Before you know it, you'll have mastered 2 strokes at once, without having had to do anything very difficult at any stage. It's not magic, but it may feel that way. The key is patience. Take all the time you need to master each step before moving to the next. Our first step, Lesson 1, will be to master the short axis rotation that is the essence of both strokes. This rhythmic rotation drives your arms and legs. It generates your power and sets your breathing rhythm. You swim both strokes faster by moving your core faster, not your arms and legs. Our balance and rotation drills will teach you to do this effortlessly and rhythmically. Lesson 2 teaches you the essential movements and most slippery body positions for effortless butterfly. In Lesson 3, you'll learn the same skills for breaststroke. And finally, in Lesson 4, you'll learn to combine butterfly and breaststroke in ways that will help you flow through the water in either stroke with an ease and grace that few swimmers ever attain. The secret to efficient, effortless butterfly is to stay close to the surface at all times. Keep a low profile. Look down slightly throughout the stroke and keep your head in line with your spine while breathing. Stay low on your recovery and channel your energy forward, not up and down. The single most important thing you can do to improve your breaststroke efficiency is streamline your entire body at the end of each stroke. Practicing with a long glide can help. The second key skill is to keep your head in its most natural position, aligned with your spine. Breathe with body motion, not by moving your head. Always think forward as you swim. Pull forward, breathe forward, land forward, and kick forward. Keep the pull compact and quick. Return to your stretched out position as fast as you can. Let's start learning butterfly and breaststroke the total immersion way. But first, I'd like to explain how using fins can help you learn our special drills faster and more easily. Some swimmers feel that fins are cheating, but when it comes to learning breaststroke and butterfly, fins could be your best learning tool. Our early drills call for pulsing with your hands at your sides. Even the best of swimmers may have trouble moving forward when they do this. Glenn, for example, is a former U.S. Olympic swimmer, yet needs fins to be really fluent on our initial drills. Barbara, a runner, has a similar problem. Her lack of ankle flexibility causes her to go backward on this drill. But once you put on fins, you can forget about your legs and feet and concentrate on using your core body to create propulsion, flow, and rhythm. Wearing fins can enormously speed the learning process. So don't be reluctant to wear fins as you learn. You can always take them off once you've mastered the core body movements that are common to both butterfly and breaststroke. Remember, fins aren't cheating. They can be your most effective learning tool. Lesson 1, Mastering the Balance and Rotation Common to Both Strokes, begins with head-lead balance drills, with your arms held lightly at your sides. Because you won't be able to make use of your arms for support, you'll learn to initiate movement and rhythm in your core body. You'll learn that the essential movement of fly and breast has little to do with your arms and legs. The key skill is learning an effortless and rhythmic body dolphin. To begin our first drill, head-lead body dolphin, pulse your chest gently and rhythmically and let your body react. First, practice short repeats without breathing. Just focus on making your body wave rhythmic, gentle, and relaxed. Move as quietly as you can. Keep your legs long and supple, just an extension of your body wave. Try to avoid what this swimmer is doing, which is kicking too hard and using the legs rather than the core body to initiate the harmonic wave. There is no overt kicking in a body dolphin. Don't use your thigh muscles at all. There should be no splash and your feet should never leave the water. You should also try to avoid this common mistake, using a pecking motion with your head. Your head should help direct your energy forward. Keep a lazy chin, letting your nose pulse forward with each chest press. Don't worry about how fast you're moving. Your rhythm will be influenced by your height, flexibility, and body type. A key skill is using your head to channel up and down pulsing into forward movement. Your head should barely submerge. Feel each pulse move the crown of your head toward the end of the pool. This should create a ripple that flows down your body, just as a wave runs through a garden hose when you snap one end. When your body dolphin begins to feel natural and fluent, you can begin to fit in breathing. You'll maintain flow and rhythm more easily if you breathe only once every 3 to 4 pulses at first. The main breathing skill is learning to breathe inside the line of your body motion. Avoid jutting your chin. Your head moves forward just over the surface and continues through the wave in one smooth motion. Maintain your body rhythm through each breath. Minimize up and down movement as you breathe. Keep your energy moving forward as smoothly as possible and without breaking the core body rhythm. Keep practicing until all of this becomes second nature. And return to this drill regularly to get back in touch with relaxed core body rhythms. That's it. Well, that looks good. In our second drill, we'll practice the same skill with a longer vessel by extending the hands forward. You can keep your hands in a tight streamline, but you may find, as you see here, that this inhibits your body from undulating freely. If you keep a tight streamline, you're also more apt to press with your arms and hands, as this swimmer is doing, rather than with your chest. To undulate more freely, keep your hands about shoulder width apart. Your main change in awareness is to now feel each chest pulse thrust your fingertips toward the far wall. First, practice without breathing, as we did in head lead pulsing. Make that sense of pulsing your fingertips forward consistent, and keep your head within the waveline. You'll probably feel a little bit more involvement from your legs, but make sure you use your body, not your hands, to generate undulation. You can increase your wavelength by undulating mainly from your chest down to your feet. From shoulders to fingertips, you channel that energy forward. Practice with few or no breaths until you feel relaxed and rhythmic. Once your body wave feels long and easy, breathe more frequently. Just as in the head lead drill, you should fit the breath into the motion of your body. Experiment with how far your hands need to be separated to let your head easily release and rise up to get a breath. As you breathe, place no downward pressure on your arms. Keep them weightless and moving forward. Keep looking down as you breathe and keep directing energy forward. Between breaths, your head barely dips below the surface. As you practice, count how many pulses it takes you to complete a pool length. You don't need to do this on every lap, but a lower count is a good measure of how well you channel energy forward. Remember to stay rhythmic as you bring that count down. Drill number 3, slide to the corners, begins to link the arm stroke for both breast and fly to core body action. It's a simple progression from hand lead body dolphin. Just add a pulse that allows your hands to slide out to the corners after every few forward pulses. To find the corners, slide your hands forward and apart until they're a bit more than shoulder width apart. Start with rhythmic body dolphins. When the natural body rhythm is imprinted, pulse forward with your chest and allow your hands to slide or fall to the corners. Your hands slide out as you press down. They slide back together again as you release and breathe. Try to avoid what this swimmer is doing, which is putting downward pressure on the arms and adding a sculling motion as she comes up to breathe. Keep the arms weightless as you slide them apart and weightless as you slide them back together. Chant silently as you practice. Pulse, pulse, slide to the corners, slide up to breathe. Pulse, pulse, slide to the corners, slide up to breathe. The rhythm should never change. When this action begins to feel more natural, slide to the corners on every second pulse. Pulse, slide to the corners, slide up to breathe. Pulse, slide to the corners, slide up to breathe. Keep practicing until sliding your hands to the corners feels completely natural. Keep the rhythm relaxed and direct your energy forward with each pulse. This young swimmer lifts her head a bit too much to breathe, but has mastered the core body rhythm common to both breast and fly.
Nice.
This swimmer has also learned the action that will lead to effortless butterfly and breaststroke.
Yes.
Finally, slide to the corners on every pulse. Keep practicing until this feels completely natural. Now that you've mastered the core body movements common to both short axis strokes, you're ready to learn butterfly. Lesson 2 presents 3 simple drills that will lead you to effortless and fluent butterfly by building on the skills you've already learned. Our first butterfly drill, Stone Skipper,
That's great.
teaches you to seamlessly add butterfly arm stroke and breath to your core body wave rhythm. We'll leave out the butterfly recovery to simplify the learning process.
Beautiful.
Start with hand lead body dolphins. Pulse once, then pulse and slide your hands to the corners. Then, in one quick motion, sweep your hands in and back as your body rises to breathe and shoots over the water like a stone skipping over the surface. Pulse once with your arms at your sides, then pulse again as you sneak them back to full extension. Keep pulsing. You might think of this as 2 hand lead pulses, followed by 2 head lead pulses. You fit in the breath as you switch or skip from hand lead to head lead. Your core body rhythm should remain unbroken through each phase and through the switch. You may learn the rhythm more quickly by chanting silently as you practice. Pulse, pulse and pull, pulse, pulse and recover, pulse, pulse and pull, pulse, pulse and recover. Practice until this rhythm is seamless. Whatever you're doing, breathing, pulling, or pulsing, the body continues its relaxed, rhythmic, harmonic wave. Take all the time necessary to make it smooth and fluid, gentle and quiet. As you master the drill, your main focus is to have your head move within the line of your body wave. Move it forward as you breathe, and let it lead your body back into the water without pause. Stone Skipper is the perfect drill to get butterfly breathing just right. Practice all these skills. Start to breathe as early as possible in the stroke. Land forward, not down, to finish the breath. Keep looking down and stay low. Return immediately to pulsing after the breath.
Good. Fantastic.
This could be your most important butterfly drill. Practice until it's consistently gentle, relaxed, and quiet. No noise, no splash, little effort. With enough practice, your full-stroke butterfly will also become just as relaxed and smooth. No more butter struggle. Our second butterfly drill, Body Dolphin Butterfly, adds the recovery and links it to our body rhythms. It builds on the skills you developed in Stone Skipper. Keep driving your fingertips forward for 2 pulses before each stroke. Make sure it's a body dolphin, not a kick. Think pulse, pulse, slide to the corners, stroke, and breathe. Pulse, pulse, slide to the corners, stroke, and breathe. When this drill begins to feel natural and rhythmic, simply take out one of the pulses. Stroke and breathe just as you did in Stone Skipper. Recover and fall forward to pulsing again. This drill is the ideal way to practice the recovery skills that make butterfly much easier. Stay low on your recovery. Land forward, not down. Let's examine all parts of the stroke. Outsweep to your corners as you pulse. In sweep under your chin, moving forward, not up. Immediately flare out. Don't push back to a karate chop release. Stay low on recovery and land forward. Practice until all of this becomes habit. As you practice, stay long with a low, flat, sweeping recovery. Try to keep your stroke as relaxed, quiet, and splash-free as you can. Fit the breath and the arm stroke into the rhythmic undulation of your core body. Now you're ready to put the whole stroke together. Our final butterfly drill starts with just a few strokes and no breaths. We call this easy fly, and it's a good way to avoid practicing butter struggle. You swim only as many strokes as you can do well, perhaps as few as 3. Then switch to pulsing or to freestyle to finish the lap. Add more strokes, one by one, only as long as you stay efficient. Never practice butter struggle. Your main focus is to minimize up and down motion in your head and shoulders. Keep your head in line. Keep a low profile. Channel all your energy forward. Practice everything we learned in the 2 previous drills. When you feel long, low, smooth, and relaxed, add breathing. Keep your head in line and look down slightly as you breathe. We call this taking a sneaky breath, making it hard for an observer to see. Relaxed, long, and economical. That's butterfly the total immersion way. Keep practicing in short repeats until easy fly is the only way you know to swim it. Before you move on to Lesson 3, take time to review and imprint the core body movements learned in Lesson 1. Start with head lead body dolphin and practice keeping your head in line with your spine as you breathe. Then review hand lead body dolphin. Practice long enough to feel each pulse drive your arms forward. Then practice pulsing and sliding to the corners. The 3rd pulse drives your hands to the corners. This will prepare you to practice breaststroke-specific movements. The fastest way to master a quick and efficient breaststroke pull, one that keeps you moving forward, is to practice with your head above the water. This teaches you to keep your pull compact, your head steady, and to spin your hands quickly to the front. To begin, make sure you look down slightly at all times. Feel as if you're wearing a neck brace. You stay low, you look down, but your goggles never touch the water. Notice the hand speed Glenn achieves while doing this drill. The pull is quick, compact, and simple. Pulse and slide to the corners, then spin your hands directly to the front again. Notice also that Glenn's hands and arms never pass his shoulders. He anchors his hands at the corners, then draws his hips forward. Keep your elbows as high as possible on the outsweep. Shrug your shoulders on the insweep. See your hands fully extended before your chin is back in the water. Think to yourself, forward, 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 as you quickly thrust your hands to the front. Once you've learned these skills, focus on integrating your body dolphin with your pull. Press your chest down and let your hips rise each time you land forward. The press drives your hands to the corners. Practice in short repeats, not more than 25 yards, and with plenty of rest. Practice long enough to make a steady head position, compact pull, and quick recovery a habit. Our second breaststroke drill connects a compact arm stroke with short axis rotation. Body Dolphin breaststroke teaches you to use your core body as the rhythm and power source of your pull. To begin, practice a few lengths of slide to the corners, sliding to the corners after every 2 pulses to imprint how body action initiates each pull. Once you have the timing, instead of sliding your hands back together, take a mini pull, quick skull, as you breathe. As you progress to a complete pull, use the same skills you learned in heads-up pulling. Your chest pulse drives the hands to the corners. Your hands spin in front of your chin and return immediately to the front. Dive forward with your head between your arms. Keep your elbows as high as possible on the outsweep. Shrug your shoulders and squeeze your arms in front to stay streamlined on the insweep. Breathe as if wearing a neck brace. Keep looking down. See your hands fully extended before you lay your head between your arms. Practice long enough to make all of these skills a permanent part of your stroke. Keep your core body rhythms consistent as you do. When this drill begins to feel natural and rhythmic, simply substitute a breast kick for one of the pulses. Travel as far as you can in a long, streamlined glide after each stroke. Just as your body reaches the surface, give an extra powerful pulse on your chest to drive your hands to the corners and into the next stroke. Our third breaststroke drill, 2 up, 1 down, connects breaststroke kick to your quick arm stroke, seamless breaths, and core body wave motion. Start with 2 cycles of heads-up pulling, keeping your legs in dolphin position. Then take a breaststroke kick and dive forward to a long glide. Glide until your wave motion brings you near the surface again, then do 2 quick pulls with your head out of the water and your legs in dolphin position. It's 2 compact pulls with body dolphin, then dive forward with a breaststroke kick. The kick should help propel you forward, not down, after the breath. Hold your glide in a tight body streamline and lean on your chest to help you reach the surface to begin the next set of 2 pulls. Keep the pull compact and quick. Return to your stretched out position as fast as you can. Our next breaststroke drill, 1 up, 1 down, is really regular breaststroke but with extra emphasis on long, super streamlined glides. Be a torpedo for at least 2 counts between strokes. Keep your head aligned with your spine and always look slightly down. The long glide is a great opportunity to integrate all the key skills we've practiced in other drills. A quick short pull while you're up, then lean on your chest while you're down. Reach full extension and a tight streamline at the end of every stroke. Kicking underwater is the best way to improve your kick efficiency. Being submerged makes you more aware of water resistance on all body surfaces. Use that awareness to be as slippery as possible. Keep your arms streamlined overhead and travel as far as you can after each kick. Slip your body through the smallest possible hole in the water as you glide. And most important, sneak your legs forward inside your body cavity on recovery. Because the water feels more solid while kicking underwater, you can experiment with positioning your legs and feet to create maximum leverage and power on each thrust. Finish each kick by squeezing all the water out from between your legs and feet. Then hold your streamline and glide before sneaking your legs up again to start the next kick. You'll need to breathe sometime while practicing underwater kick. 2 down, 1 up is the drill that lets you do that. It's really whole stroke breast with an extra kick underwater during an extra long glide. What this drill does best is teach you to maximize your stroke length and to be really slippery during the glide. It can also teach you to direct your momentum forward, not down, as you slice into the streamlined glide. While underwater, put extra emphasis on slipping your body through a tiny hole in the water, as you did in underwater kick. This is the favorite drill of some of the world's best breaststrokers. Now you're ready to put the whole stroke together and move it up to speed. Our final breaststroke drill starts with slide to the corners, progresses to a mini pull or scull, and builds gradually to whole stroke swimming. Keep the pull quick and compact and start each pull from the corners. When you progress to whole stroke swimming for an entire lap, focus on the following key points. Find the corners before you start each pull. Keep the pull quick and compact and look down as you breathe. Extend the arms fully forward before starting your kick. Direct your energy forward, not down, and glide with your head just under the surface. Stay tightly streamlined and sneak the arms and legs forward. Develop an unbroken rhythm and flow. Our final lesson combines butterfly and breaststroke in unique ways that are guaranteed to improve your sense of how to use core body undulation for breathing, power, and propulsion in both strokes. Drilling and swimming both strokes together creates a synergy that works like magic to improve each individual stroke. Our series of short axis combination drills, called SA Combo for short, begins with Body Dolphin Combo. It combines 2 previously mastered drills. Take 1 pulse, then slide to the corners and breathe with a fly stroke. Go directly into 1 pulse, then slide to the corners and breathe with a breaststroke. As you practice, focus on making the timing and breathing the same in both strokes. In both, let the pulse drive your hands to the corners and into the stroke. In both, you keep your head as close as possible to its natural position at all times. In both, you channel your momentum forward, not down after the stroke. You can practice this in long, leisurely, relaxed repeats, alternating a fly stroke and a breast pull after each pair of body dolphins. The more you practice, the more strongly you imprint length, relaxation, and fluency into your strokes. Our final drill is the most challenging of all, but once you master it, fish like swimming in either butterfly or breaststroke will be natural and effortless. Start with 2 strokes of butterfly. Then take 2 strokes of breast. Then back to fly again. You can work on staying low and long if you don't breathe on fly. Get your air on the 2 cycles of breast. Then back to fly again. On one length, start with butterfly. Use the fly cycles to imprint more hip action in your breaststroke. On the next, start with breaststroke. Use the breast cycles to imprint more stroke length in your butterfly. Try to keep a steady, unbroken, unhurried rhythm through both strokes. This completes our 4 lessons, but there's much more you can do with them to become fish-like. Practicing the drills in combination with each other and with whole stroke swimming will help imprint the lessons even more strongly. Here are some combinations and progressions that we really like. Practice a full 25 yards of each drill before switching to the next drill. Start with hand lead body dolphin. Then practice body dolphin breast. And finish with 1 up, 1 down. In another sequence, start with heads up pulling. Progress to 2 up, 1 down.
Beautiful.
And finish with 2 down, 1 up. A third breast sequence starts with underwater kick. Progresses to 2 down, 1 up. And finishes with 1 up, 1 down. For a fly sequence, combine head lead body dolphin with stone skipper
Good. Fantastic.
and finish with easy fly. Another fly sequence combines hand lead body dolphin, body dolphin butterfly, and easy fly. And our final progression begins with body dolphin combo, segues to SA combo swimming, switches to 1 up, 1 down, and finishes with easy fly. Once you've used the drills to master the core body undulation common to both strokes, you'll be swimming butterfly and breaststroke with almost effortless ease and fluency. Take a visual image of this fluency to the pool with you as you practice. Balance, rotation, maintaining a long, clean, rhythmically undulating body line, and slipping it just under the surface are the key to effortless butterfly and breaststroke. The total immersion way.
The 15 drills presented in this video are so simple that you'll master each with ease. Even the best of swimmers may have trouble moving forward when they do this. Glenn, for example, is a former U.S. Olympic swimmer, yet needs fins to be really fluent on our initial drills.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's go to hand lead. Beautiful, beautiful. I feel like I'm a fashion photographer.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, Sammy. Ooh, that was good. That's it. Oh, that looks good. That one's a print.
Swimming gracefully and efficiently is a skill any swimmer can master, and the learning process can be easier than you imagine. In just 6 easy lessons, you'll be swimming freestyle and backstroke, the long axis strokes, with more ease and grace than you ever thought possible. You'll do this by learning a unique set of drills that will help you swim better, faster, more relaxed, more fish-like. These drills highlight the natural link between freestyle and backstroke. In both, you become more fish-like by forming a long, clean, balanced body line and rolling it smoothly from side to side. The form that makes each stroke a joy to swim and beautiful to watch comes from this slippery style of swimming. Your long, sleek body line will move through the water with remarkable ease. The rhythmic rotation will produce effortless power and speed. The 18 drills presented in this video are so simple that you'll master each one with ease. Each small success will lead you naturally to the next step. We'll provide simple, clear cues so you know when you're ready to move on. Before you know it, you'll have mastered 2 strokes at once, without having had to do anything very difficult at any stage. It's not magic, but it may feel that way. The key is patience. Take all the time you need to master each step before moving to the next. Our first step, Lesson 1, will be to master basic balance, the essential skill of graceful, fluid swimming. Balance connects you to the water's energy and eliminates struggle. Once you are one with the water, you're ready for Lesson 2. You'll learn to roll your body effortlessly and rhythmically and to be at ease in any position. Lesson 3 teaches you the most slippery body positions. You'll learn how to lengthen your body line and glide on your side. In Lesson 4, you'll learn to connect your long, balanced, slippery, and effortlessly rotating core body to the propelling actions of your arms and legs when swimming freestyle. Lesson 5 will teach the same skills for backstroke. And finally, in Lesson 6, you'll learn to combine freestyle and backstroke in ways that will help you flow through the water in either stroke with an ease and grace that few swimmers ever attain. In this learning sequence, every drill will add something to your sense of how to swim better freestyle and backstroke. Even those drills specific to one stroke will also improve the other. Let's begin. Lesson 1, Mastering Balance, begins with head-lead balance drills with your arms held lightly at your sides. You won't be able to use your arms for support, so you'll learn to balance in the core body. This will help you feel comfortable and to connect with the water. Our first drill, Basic Balance, is demonstrated by TI coach Jeff Hutch. Start as shown, looking directly at the bottom. Hide your head so just a sliver of the back of your head shows above the surface. You've got it right when you feel as if a thin film of water could wash over the back of your cap at any time. Kick with a compact silent flutter and lean on your chest until you feel your hips rise to the surface. Once you feel the water supporting you, just relax and kick as gently and quietly as possible. Each time you breathe, your hips will sink, so just rebalance after each breath. The more gently you kick, the less you'll need to breathe, the more stable you'll feel. Practice until you feel as relaxed as Jeff looks. Our second drill teaches you to balance on your back. As before, kick gently and with your head in a neutral position, as if holding an apple under your chin. Lean on your upper back until you feel your hips rise to the surface. Only a tiny bit of your face should show above the water. Having water this close to your face may feel uncomfortable at first, but once you feel how this head position helps your balance, it will feel more natural. Drill number 3 helps you find what we call your sweet spot, the side-lying position in which you feel so comfortable you could stay there all day long. Side balance helps you swim long axis strokes on your side. Unless you master it, you'll probably swim flat like a barge. You'll start and finish all long axis drills in your sweet spot, so finding it is the secret to practicing drills with ease and fluency, not tension and struggle. Some swimmers find their sweet spot at 90 degrees, with their shoulder pointed straight up. Others, especially those who are more lean, balance best when rolled somewhat on their back. Let's figure out where your sweet spot is. Start as shown. Kick silently and gently with a long, supple leg. Keep your feet inside your body's wake, or shadow, at all times. When you're relaxed and balanced, swivel your head to look up. When looking up, you should still be hiding your head and showing your arm. Remember, hiding your head means only your face shows above the water. Keep your head in line with your spine. Experiment with your degree of rotation until you find the spot where you can hide your head and show your arm and still feel ease and comfort. Most swimmers will know intuitively when they're in their sweet spot and when they're not. If you have to tilt your chin or crane your neck to breathe, as this swimmer is doing, you're not in your sweet spot. If your arm is covered with water, as this swimmer's is, you're not in your sweet spot. If you feel any tension or unease, as you can see here, you're not in your sweet spot. Once you have that sense of easy balance, focus on keeping your body line as long and straight as possible. As you practice, imagine being towed by a line at the top of your head. Keep your body line long and straight. Think tall. As you practice, make this almost a Zen exercise in stillness and relaxation. Notice how loosely Mike's hand rests on his hip. That's the kind of relaxation you should feel when you're in your sweet spot. Now that you can balance effortlessly on either side, you're ready to master core body rotation. This lesson presents 3 drills of gradually increasing difficulty that teach you to rotate effortlessly from one balanced position to another. The first drill is a simple introduction to backstroke body roll. Start in your sweet spot on either side. Make sure you hide your head and show your arm. When you feel perfectly balanced, roll smoothly to your sweet spot on the other side. Practice is simple. Show us one arm, stay there for a while. Then show us the other arm, and stay there for a while. Pretend you're carrying a cup of coffee on your shoulder the entire time you remain on your side. You should also practice as if you're carrying coffee on your forehead. If you can be that smooth and still as you coast along and roll from side to side, you've got great balance and equilibrium. Try to leave the smallest possible wake as you move down the pool, rolling from sweet spot to sweet spot. Try not to create any turbulence as you slip through the water. Each practice length should make your rotation increasingly effortless. Once you feel that, you can progress to the next drill, which requires a bit more coordination. This active balance drill develops the timing and coordination you'll use in several key drills that improve your freestyle. As always, start in your sweet spot. When you feel balanced, swivel your head and look down. Pause. Then roll back to your sweet spot on the other side. Stay as long as you like. Then look down. Pause. Then roll back to your original sweet spot. We'll work on 2 key skills, rolling like a log and rolling directly to your sweet spot. Here's how to roll like a log. After you look down, pause a moment and mentally rehearse this. Roll your body as a unit. Head, torso, and hips move as one. One way to make sure you move everything together is to lead with your core, not your head. Roll as if you're going to breathe with your belly button instead of your mouth. Your body roll takes your head to where the air is. Rolling like a log also means staying perfectly horizontal as you roll. Imagine you're traveling through a narrow tube. Roll without hitting the sides. Finally, finish each rotation by rolling all the way to your sweet spot. Be patient and let your body rebalance after rolling. Then you can breathe. Now that you have the basics, let's practice until you do this drill with perfect ease. Practice these qualities while you're mastering the skills. Roll freely with no restriction. Roll as if inside a narrow tube. Practice economy of movement. With each length, feel as if you're doing less and using less effort. When this drill begins to feel free and easy, you're ready for the third drill in Lesson 2. Our first long axis combination links the balance and rotation of freestyle and backstroke by teaching you to roll and balance through a full circle. This is a skill that all elite swimmers have, and now you'll see how easy it is to achieve. Again, start in your sweet spot. Look down, then pause. Roll like a log to your sweet spot on the other side. Pause and balance, then roll back to where you started. If you find that you are wandering all over the lane as you roll full circle, you're probably not in alignment along the head spine line. To improve this, imagine you have a big dot on top of your head. As you roll, move this dot straight down the pool as if on a laser beam. Practice rolling in both directions. Roll clockwise on one length, counterclockwise on the next. Or roll in one direction on one full cycle, then change directions on the next. You may find it takes a while to find your equilibrium and get a breath when you arrive in your sweet spot. If so, don't lift your head. Be patient and let your body find its balance. Then remain in your sweet spot until your breathing normalizes before looking down to start your next roll. This completes Lesson 2. In Lesson 3, you'll learn how to lengthen your body and make it more slippery. A longer, sleeker body line will slice through the water with more ease at any speed. Longer vessels are faster, so are longer human bodies. Here we'll teach you to lengthen your balanced body. Once more, start in your sweet spot. Kick gently until you're balanced and relaxed. Then sneak your lower arm up to full extension. Once your arm is extended, make sure there's little or no gap between the back of your head and your shoulder. You're now in your best hand lead balance position, precisely the same position as your head lead sweet spot. Practice for a while, switching sides on each length. As you practice, make sure you're hiding your head and showing your arm. Also focus on making the line between your fingertips and toes as long and straight as possible. Keep everything, including your head, inside that line. Think tall. This position will be the starting point for every long axis drill to follow. Practice until you enjoy effortless balance on either side. Once you have a long, clean, effortlessly balanced body line, you're ready for the second hand lead drill. Kick in the skating position teaches you how it will feel to swim and balance. Start in your hand lead sweet spot, kicking gently. Are you hiding your head? Are you showing your arm? Once you feel at ease, swivel your head and look directly down. Looking down, you should still be hiding your head and showing your arm, as in every drill. Your shoulders should point straight up. Your sense of swimming downhill should also be accentuated when you look down. When you need to breathe, look up again and roll back to your sweet spot. Balance on your side when looking down and find your sweet spot while looking up. Practice on both sides until you feel comfortable in this position. Balance should feel a bit easier while looking down. Notice the lack of tension in Mike's hand. This is the effortless balance you want to capture in your own swimming. Keep a long, clean, streamlined position as you practice. If your balance is great, you should move down the pool with ease. Mastery of the skating position leads naturally to the shark fin drill. This teaches you to maintain a long, clean, balanced body line between strokes. Master this and your body will continue slicing forward even when you're not stroking. Once again, start in your sweet spot. Look down. Pause. Slide your hand up. Slide it back down. Then look up again. Stay in your sweet spot until your breathing normalizes. Then start the process by looking down again. Here's the sequence again. Slide in your sweet spot. Look down. Slide your hand up. Slide it down. Look up again. Practice on both sides. As you practice, eliminate all tension in your recovery arm. Watch our swimmer's hand. Try to be just as relaxed when you do the drill. Your arm should be perfectly vertical over your shoulder, elbow pointing straight up. This drill makes balance a bit more difficult. As you reach the shark fin position, you may feel yourself sinking slightly. One goal is to maintain more even balance with little kicking. Take the time to regain your equilibrium after your arm slides back down. You're now ready to move on to drills that teach you to connect your long, slippery, effortlessly rotating core body to the propelling action of your arms. Stop, stop, switch teaches you to slip a long, sleek body line through the water with the least resistance. It also teaches you to connect your arm stroke to body roll for the most efficient propulsion. Last but not least, it teaches you stroke timing that helps you swim taller. Here are the parts of stop, stop, switch. Start in your sweet spot. Stop number 1. Look down and pause. Stop number 2. Stroke and roll to your sweet spot. That's the switch. The skill we add in this drill is learning to switch hands at just the right moment to trigger a powerful body roll and swim tall. We call this front quadrant swimming. Watch how our swimmer does this so both hands are in front as the switch occurs. Practice slowly and patiently until this feels natural. Imprint it more strongly by slightly exaggerating the catch-up timing for several weeks. This stroke timing is critical. After you lock in your switch, then reinforce these 2 key skills. Number 1. As you switch, roll your body like a log. Notice how the swimmer's body moves through the water like an arrow through the air. Imagine that your hand is sliding into a sleeve and that your whole body will follow your hand down that sleeve. Number 2, move everything as a unit. During the switch, head, torso, hips move as one and stay perfectly horizontal the whole time. Finally, you should roll immediately to your sweet spot and to the air after each switch. Let's practice for a while. Focus on these fine points as you do. 1. Slip through the smallest possible sleeve in the water as you switch and roll. 2. Feel your weight shift crisply from one side to the other as you switch and roll. Continue practicing patiently and thoughtfully until you feel consistently effortless, slippery, and fluid. Triple switch leads you in a simple and seamless transition from drilling to swimming. Start with stop, stop, switch, and simply add 2 more switches before rolling to your sweet spot. While the transition is simple, you can still learn a lot through concentrated practice. Your first goal is to make the timing of your switches consistent. Once your switches are consistently timed, rehearse them as relaxed, unhurried, and rhythmic. Start in your sweet spot. Look down, then switch, 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 and back to your sweet spot. Get your breath, look down, then switch, switch, switch. After your third switch, always roll directly back to your sweet spot. Kick gently in effortless balance until you catch your breath. Then start again. When the timing of your switches becomes consistent, begin to feel them more as rhythmic weight shifts. Imagine that you are inline skating and that each switch shifts your weight from side to side, blade to blade. Once you've mastered the drill, alternate lengths of triple switch with lengths of swimming. Try to transfer what your body learned in the drill, timing the switch and keeping your weight shifts relaxed and rhythmic, to your swimming. Our special single arm drill uses the same timing and coordination as stop, stop, switch to reinforce key fish-like swimming skills, keeping your body line long and balanced as you kick on your side and linking your arm stroke to a powerful body roll. Here's the sequence. Start in your sweet spot. Swivel your head and look down. Then just hold on to the water as you roll over and back. This drill uses a now familiar sequence of moves to make you more fish-like. Find your balance in your sweet spot. Look down and pause. Roll your body like a log. Roll back to your sweet spot. The key new skill is linking your propelling arm stroke to the power of your body's rotation. Glenn does it here wearing fist gloves to improve his ability to hold on to his place in the water. After looking down, think of your hand and arm as holding onto a rung on a ladder. Don't pull back. Just anchor your hand and roll past the spot where you're holding onto the water. Keep looking down as you roll. Slice your hand back into the water and lengthen your body as you roll back to your sweet spot. Then glide in effortless balance until you catch your breath. Always take time to rebalance and relax in your sweet spot between cycles. Practice until you're smooth and fluid on both sides. You've now mastered all the skills of fish-like freestyle. Building a fish-like backstroke is even easier. Here's how to do it. Slide and glide helps us move seamlessly from a balance drill we've already mastered to backstroke swimming. Practicing hand lead balance in your sweet spot, one length on each side, will give you a head start on mastering slide and glide. Start in your sweet spot, nose pointed to ceiling and shoulder to chin. Hide your head and show your arm. When you sense perfect balance, stroke one arm, recover the other, and roll to your sweet spot on the other side. Your goal is to roll effortlessly to perfect balance, forming a long, clean line from fingertips to toes and showing your top arm from shoulder to fingertips. Practice until you can consistently roll from perfect balance directly to perfect balance, or from sweet spot to sweet spot. Start by pausing for 3 counts in each sweet spot. As you gain comfort and ease, gradually reduce the pause first to 2 counts, then 1 count. Before you know it, you're swimming backstroke. As you practice, pay attention to these fine points. Keep your head hidden and fixed. Don't spill the coffee. Finish to a long, clean line from fingertips to toes, kicking within your shadow. Reach for the ceiling on each recovery to lengthen the line you'll hold as your arm goes in the water. Keep your arms precisely opposed in the rotation at all times. Our next drill, single arm backstroke, will teach you to link a rhythmic arm stroke to an effortlessly rotating core body. As with the previous drill, we can make mastery easier to achieve by first practicing one of our basic drills, active balance, looking up. Then, just add single arm strokes to that body rolling pattern. The key to mastering this drill is rolling each shoulder clear of the water on every arm stroke. Rolling the shoulder of your non-stroking arm is easy. Rolling the shoulder of your stroking arm will take real concentration. As you practice, you can also focus on these fine points. Keep your head hidden and rock steady. Reach for the sky on each recovery. Keep stretching overhead on the entry and slice your hand in cleanly. As you finish each stroke, roll that shoulder clear of the water. A variation of single arm backstroke is to take 2 strokes with one arm, then 2 strokes with the other arm. As you switch from one arm to the other, you'll swim 1 cycle of whole stroke backstroke. This is a simple and seamless transition from drilling to swimming. As you practice, keep the arm action continuous and fluid, and show each shoulder on every stroke. Add a few extra strokes of whole stroke backstroke between cycles of single arm to strengthen the connection between drilling and swimming. Our final lesson combines freestyle and backstroke in unique ways that are guaranteed to make you more fish-like and more skilled at slipping a long, sleek vessel through a tiny hole in the water. Drilling and swimming both strokes together creates a synergy that works like magic to improve each individual stroke. Our series of long axis combination drills, called LA Combo for short, begins with Sweet Spot Combo. It combines 2 previously mastered drills. Do a full cycle of slide and glide. Then look down, pause, and switch to a full cycle of stop, stop, switch. The key to fluency is to finish every movement in your sweet spot. Stay there long enough to think about what comes next. Once this combo starts to feel fluent, focus on these refinements. Stay tall as you switch, using archer timing, particularly as you switch from back to free. Imagine you have a dot on the top of your head and move that dot straight down the pool like a laser beam. Practice rotation in both directions. Continue practicing until you feel sleek, slippery, and effortless moving down the pool. Our next drill, LA Combo Swimming, integrates free and back to make both strokes longer and more slippery and to maximize body roll. LA Combo Swimming integrates a prior drill, triple switch, which you should practice first to imprint front quadrant timing and rhythmic weight shifts. When you're ready for LA Combo Swimming, start with 4 strokes of backstroke. Roll to 3 strokes of freestyle, then roll again and take 4 more strokes of backstroke. Your freestyle strokes are exactly like triple switch with no breathing. Keep your head hidden the whole time. This drill, by having you roll completely over after every few strokes, teaches you effortless body rotation. It also intensifies your sense of being a long, slippery vessel on both strokes. To heighten these benefits, focus on staying tall as you switch and stay perfectly aligned as you switch from free to back and back to free. Our final drill is the most challenging of all LA Combo drills, but once you master it, fish-like swimming in either backstroke or freestyle will be natural and effortless. Once again, you can ease your learning process by practicing separately each of the drills we'll combine into a single LA Combo drill. First practice single arm backstroke, then practice single arm freestyle. Then combine them. Start with 2 cycles of single arm freestyle. Pause in your sweet spot, then take 2 cycles of single arm backstroke. After the second cycle, pause, then look down and resume single arm freestyle. Keep alternating cycles of freestyle and backstroke, returning each time to your sweet spot. Switch arms on the next length. As in all LA Combo drills, try to maintain a long, sleek, balanced body line and rotate that line cleanly down the pool. You can also use this drill to improve your sense of using your hand to hold onto your place in the water. and to link each arm stroke to core body rotation. This completes our 6 lessons, but there's much more you can do with them to become fish-like. Practicing the drills in combination with each other and with whole stroke swimming will help imprint the lessons even more strongly. Here are some combinations and progressions that we really like. Start with active balance looking up. Then practice slide and glide. Then active balance looking down. Finish with stop, stop, switch. In another sequence, start with active balance full circle. Progress to shark fin. And finish with LA combo swimming. For a third sequence, combine kick in the skating position, followed by stop, stop, switch, and finish with triple switch. Our fourth progression begins with slide and glide. Segues to stop, stop, switch, and finishes with sweet spot combo. When you're ready to take off the training wheels and practice some whole stroke swimming, you can continue to reinforce what our drills taught by thinking about doing just one thing really well. Here are some of our favorite sensory cues. Hide your head. Just look at the bottom and keep your head in its most natural position. You should feel a thin film of water flow over the back of your head, as you see in Glenn's stroke. This is the easiest thing you can do to immediately improve your balance and efficiency. Mike has a fluid stroke, but his head is not hidden here, and it puts a little bounce in his stroke. You can see his body rise and fall slightly as he moves through the water. Glenn's low profile helps him slice through the water more evenly. Swim downhill. By leaning in and forward as you swim, your hips will feel light. When your hips are light, they'll move freely as you see Glenn's doing here. Lengthen your body. Focus on using your hand to extend your body line on every stroke. Your arm should feel weightless as it glides forward. Doing this with fist gloves, as Glenn is, can heighten that weightless arm or empty hand feeling. You can also focus on sliding your hand forward as if your arm is going into a sleeve. Time your switches. Put all your attention on switching hands in front of your head. Practice slowly, deliberately, and with slight exaggeration in the overlap. When you get it right, you'll feel as if you're inline skating, using rhythmic weight shifts to move forward with fish-like ease and efficiency. Graceful, fluid, effortless swimming is beautiful to watch, and you've discovered how easy it is to achieve. Balance, rotation, a long, clean, slippery body line, and perfectly timed arm strokes are the key to a lifetime of joyous swimming. Always take time to rebalance and relax in your sweet spot between cycles. Nope. Always take time to rebalance and relax in your no. I thought. Always take time to rebalance and relax in your sweet spot between cycles.
Okay, push off and swim. Just come right up to the top step.
Yeah. We won't use this for anything.
Check this out, Glenn. She's good, isn't she?
Ready? Pencil. And go. Perfect. There she goes.
That's nice.